Hey there, welcome and thanks for joining me. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you for subscribing. And also, don't forget to click on that bell button so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. I'm super excited because today I'm going to do my first thrift store makeover for my makeover living room. So what I did was I went to the thrift store and I purchased a few items, and this is one of them. And it was $8, but it was 50% off. So I purchased it for $4 and it's huge. I absolutely love it, but again, these aren't the colors that I'm going to use. I also am recycling two of the vases. You can see right here, they're right beside this vase that I'm actually taping up, but it's two of the vases that I already had. So for this one that I purchased at the thrift store, what I'm doing, I don't have any painter's tape right now. So what I'm doing is just using some thick tape and I'm wrapping it around the top part of my vase because that's the part that I'm going to spray paint. At least I want to spray paint it a different color. So just go ahead and grab painter's tape if you have painter's tape or any tape that's thick enough for you to wrap around whatever you're going to spray paint. So once you're done taping it, let's go ahead and go outside and start spray painting everything. Another item that I'm going to do, not on this tutorial, but I did purchase were these two. They're for the curtain rods. They're curtain rod holders, but they were $1 each. Again, 50% off, so I got them for $1, both of them. I'm recycling this rose base that I had, and I'm just spray painting this one metallic silver. And I just gave it a light coat and set it aside, and then I'll respray paint it again to give it that second coat. And I typically do that for all the spray paint projects that I do. I like to spray paint just one time, leave it alone, set it aside and allow it to dry, and then spray paint it again. So this, the large one that I got at the thrift store, I spray painted it this khaki color, and I'll leave the exact color down below. Again, just giving it a light spray and then setting it aside. And now I decided just to spray paint the top part this color. So yeah, that day that I went to the thrift store, I found so many items, and I'm going to do a tutorial of all the items that I found, like a haul, thrift store haul, and also show you what I'm going to do with them. So once you've done spray painted it one time, go ahead and again set it aside, and now I'm going to spray paint my other two vases that I'm going to recycle. Now this one, I'm spray painted it upside down, and I'm going to spray paint this one white. Again, just giving it one light coat. And as you can tell, my other vase is right next to it. It didn't bother me because I want that, I guess, the ombre style. So the white spray paint really didn't bother me spraying it on there. And plus, it really, you could even tell, so it didn't bother me. Now, for my second vase that I'm recycling, I'm going to spray paint the top part white. And on this one, it had like a dripping effect on the bottom. So you'll see what I'm going to try to do to mimic that dripping effect. So you set that aside as well. I'm sorry. And I also purchased this basket. This basket was $2, and I'm going to spray paint it the cream color as well. This day was a day of all kinds of spray paint. I spray painted so many items. So I didn't realize that I had this one on this tutorial as well. So this was just a basket that I'm thinking I'm going to use by the side of my doors for umbrellas and things like that. So yeah, I went ahead and I spray painted this the same khaki color. Again, giving it one coat, and then I'm going to respray paint it the second coat. Just to make sure that all that red, you can't see through it. You know, it doesn't come through. I'm sorry. And I have a hook right on my patio that my husband put there so I can hang items when I spray paint them. So here's me spray painting the second coat just to make sure it's all even, make sure it's all nice and covered up, the colors that were on this vase. So again, I set it aside, and now I'm going to do the white again on my set 2 vases. Now once my 2 vases are nice and dry, what I did was I grabbed the same khaki color that I spray painted my larger vase, and I'm going to spray paint the top of one and the bottom of the other one, just to give it that a different look, but the same colors. I didn't want to spray paint both of them on the top or what have you, so I decided to do one on the top and one on the bottom. Again, giving it one good coat and then leaving it alone, setting it aside and allow it to dry while I spray paint the other one, and then I do the same process again. And as you can tell, I didn't take this one again because I wanted it to give that effect of the ombre where it just blends in. So I just basically spray painted it wherever I thought the line ended or what have you, where I wanted to stop. And then whatever dripped down below, that was fine because that's the way I wanted it to look. But if you wanted to have that sharp edge line, go ahead and tape it off. And before I went to the thrift store, I decided to walk around my home and just kind of shop my home, figure out what I wanted and where I wanted it, and if I didn't want it in the area or what have you. And that's how I got some of my items to redo for my living room. Now here, what I'm doing is I'm spray painting a blush pink and just lightly spray painting it, not a lot at all. Just very lightly spray painting it where the beige and the white meet. And again, wherever it was landing, I mean, as long as it was on that edge, I was fine with it because that's the way I wanted it to look. So once I'm done with that, I didn't really like the white on top. So what I decided to do was I went ahead and spray painted it the darker gray. It's a smoky gray. And again, I'll leave all the colors that I used down below. The white that I had purchased wasn't, it was a 99-cent spray can, and for some reason I usually use those, but for some reason this white one wasn't spraying evenly, and I tried to give it a few coats and it's still, I just didn't like the way it looked. So that's why I decided to go ahead and spray it this gray, which is fine. I liked it anyway because I actually liked it a lot better because that darker color helped the beige and pink stand out more. So this is the way they look once I spray painted those both dark gray. So what I decided to do, since I spray painted these dark gray, which I should have left them alone while they were drying, but again, I'm always in a hurry. So I moved that one to the side. I decided to go ahead and remove the tape of this one, which is the larger thrift store find one. I hope you enjoyed this thrift store haul and recycle makeover for my living room. Until next time, you guys stay blessed. Bye.